Hey guys, Colorado Crash here with some more Hearthstone. Alright, today I'm going to bring you a Druid deck. I've named it Gear Check. And basically it's like Gear Check. When you're in World of Warcraft, you get a Gear Check boss. You make sure that you have good enough gear to do exactly what you need to do to get him down. So with this deck, it's got enough control to keep the board open and get big, beefy creatures on that board and overwhelm your opponent. You can get those early creatures out with Innervate. Gain those 2 mana crystals. If you have 2 Innervates, you could get, even on turn 1, something like a Druid of the Claw. 4/6 with taunt. So, and then there's things like Naturalize, gets rid of a minion. That is actually, I would call, more late game than an early game card, because you don't want to destroy a minion that's got like 2 damage. Something like that. There's no purpose in that. What you want to do is use it for legendaries. Ragnaros, Sylvanas, Alexstrasza, things like that. Then the downfall of the card, having your opponent draw 2 cards, still is okay when you're facing that big, beefy creature on their board. Things like Wrath to do that early creature removal. The 3 damage is nice sometimes too, for like the Harvest Golem, things of that nature that have the 3 health. Kobold Geomancer is in here for his spell damage. You kind of want to get him on the board early, but you also need to defend him with things like the Druid of the Claw, because you don't want him to die. Healing Touch for that health gain. Harvest Golem, obviously, he's got great value in that card. Swipe is good for removal. You got the Kobold Geomancer or the Azure Drake out, and your Swipe does tremendously more damage. Defender of Argus, like I've been saying, this is a staple in any deck. You can create nice big Ironbark Protector, maybe give them +1/+1. You could have a Faceless Manipulator out there for their Ragnaros, and use Naturalize. And so in the same turn, you could do Faceless Manipulator, Naturalize, and then Defender of Argus. So you've got a 9/9 taunt that they have to deal with, and theirs is gone. So Keeper of the Grove for that silence mostly. The 2 damage is nice, but silence is much better. Twilight Drake, you got a nice bunch of cards in your hand, it can definitely do some good. Couple it with the Defender of Argus, and you've got potentially a 5/10 tank in your hand. Nourish for the card draw. Gain 2 mana crystals, not really an effective choice for this card. Starfall, either for those swarm decks to get rid of all their minions, or for that big beefy minion that you need off the board. As a Drake, spell damage, card draw. This is a great value card for any mid to late game deck. Druid of the Claw. Usually you're going to want to make it a 4/6 with taunt. But there are options in there for the charge for 4 damage to the face. Faceless Manipulator, like I said earlier. Cairn. For 6 you get 2 4/5s. Same here. For 6 you get 2 4/5s and the Sunwalker as well. And there's 2 of those. Sylvanas Great Legendary, and the Ironbark Protector. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into a game.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
Alright, so we're going to play Druid this time.
Nature will rise against you.
Looks like I get to go second. So the Twilight Drake in my hand is really good for going second. I'm going to keep the swipe. Actually, with Druids, you know, I've been seeing... Basically, I was playing a lot of Swarm decks, and the Druids were killing me, so I've gone down to like rank 18 now. So I'm seeing a lot more of these Druids, and so this is a good... The mirror match is kind of hard for Druid, but this is a good showing of this deck to show exactly like why Swarm decks can't do well against these decks. So, pull the Geomancer first. We're gonna end turn. I've got answers for his early game, Wrath and Keeper of the Grove. He's gonna be ahead of me in skill here. But we want to play more defensively in that maybe I'll put out the Twilight Drake when I have 10 cards in my hand. I might even do it next turn just to have something out there. But then, you know, potentially he could naturalize it. He puts out the Imp Master, which is kind of a swarmy card. Alright. Interesting. I did not anticipate that. 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. If I get rid of that, 7. Minus him, 6, so he'd be a 4/7.
What to do?
I think what I'd rather do... I don't want to Wrath yet. Well, I could Wrath with... I could get rid of her, like, this turn. I think I'll do that. So go with the Geomancer. Uses the coin. And now I can do 4 damage. Yeah, I missed out on the card draw, but I need her off the board. Since I threw away my AoE cards. And that means he's going to take a little bit longer to come out.
Class.
Yeah, this is an interesting Druid deck that he's playing. Oh, there's my Starfall. That's good. I am going to... Yeah, deal 3 damage to her. And then kill her. I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose him. Now I wish I had the coin back. Alright, we're gonna silence her. And hit him right in the face. Anticipating that this seems to be a weird aggressive Druid deck. Yeah. You don't see many of these. Now I got +1/+1. Clears my board. That's for good, huh? That's kind of nice. I might, I'm working on a deck with Power of the Wild.
Where shall I start?
Might show that sooner than later. We'll do a bear form. If he used both of his big creatures to kill him, I would be able to kill both of them actually, because she'll pop herself off. Alright. No more taunt. He's gonna hit me in the face. Alright. There's an easy answer for that. Get rid of her. And then maybe take out one of these.
For the wild.
Heal myself back up.
Job's done.
I got the best.
Like I said, these
deals
mirror
anywhere.
matchups are kind of strange. Alright, so there's the Wrath for 3 damage, plus the card drop from the Gadget Sand Auctioneer. Kills me with the 1/1, hits me for 6. So I put him out, he's 4/4. It's a good enough threat. But you'd imagine he'd go right after him, but I kind of want to protect him.
I wonder.
I think I'm going to go with the Druid of the Claw. Still trying to protect my face here. Because he keeps
For the
going right
wild.
for it.
Job's done.
You see a lot of Druid decks out there, but don't see many that are as aggressive as this one seems to be. Alright. Is this swipe for 4? Hit me in the face for 2? Or kill my minion for 2 and hit me in
My
the face for
shield
8, I
for
think.
Argus.
Nope, 10. Yeah, that's not gonna help. What if I had one more mana? I could do 5 and get rid of one of his big guys, but I don't have that.
What to do?
Because I'd put him out and then do swipe. I mean, I could hope for an innervate. Nope. Get a harvest golem.
Job's done.
And he's got fatal damage on the board, so that is that. Hopefully I can bring you a game not against a druid
Well played.
coming up.
Well played.
And we'll play the test run of this deck coming up tomorrow.